out inside. Come on in. Okay, we're as close as we can get.
All right. So, starting from the outside, it's a Mount Washington 4.
Yep.
With a Mylar vapor barrier. Everything
that's what's
dry.
giving you the dreams
and
right
of course,
there.
my prize baby orca quilt.
Yeah.
Quilt number 1.
Quilt number one.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like an adult diaper here.
No, it don't. And it's dry on the inside, so it doesn't get moist at all or anything.
Perfect.
And then, of course, the hammock. Last night I had the mosquito netting down, which I think adds a couple of degrees of warmth.
What kind of hammock is it?
This is a
War bonnet?
yeah, there we go. Blanked out. Love it too.
With the removable netting.
Yep. Well, the netting just slips over. It doesn't remove really.
Oh, I see. It's only on one side.
So I had the netting up last night, and what happened was is you can still see some residual frost iron.
Right.
This whole thing was caked in frost this morning.
Yeah.
The whole thing. And every time you jiggled just a little bit, it would snow inside. So during the night, I had to flip it out just to let the moisture escape, and that worked out pretty good. And then I've got a High Sierra Sniveler on the inside. It's out on the clothesline drying out right now.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't really get wet at all. It had frost all over the outside of it, but it didn't get wet. But I always like to dry out my down whenever it's sunny.
Cool.
I had my jacket hung over the foot area, just sort of as just another wind barrier or something. But the problem was is that the moisture got into there too, and the inside of my jacket was all frosty this morning. So I'm not going to do that
At the foot
again.
end. I'll be darned.
Yeah. So I think the idea for me is to let as much of that vapor get away. I got the tarp sealed up pretty good, so I didn't really get any wind in here last night at all. Not that it was too windy anyway.
There was a little bit of a breeze.
Up for a while right after it stopped snowing.
And all of us are traveling with a pretty large gear pile.
And these are my Cook Custom Sewing 25-year-old muckluck boots.
Yep.
They look good. And here's a high-tech insulated water bottle carrier. Unfortunately, it lasted 2 days, and then it froze up. So last night it was full of ice, thawing out over the fire right now. So that's home.
Very nice.
That's a nice door out there. That's great. Got a tree. There's not much sacrifice space here.
This is going to show us how a snow stakes work here.
So I just got the reflective line on here with a taut line hitch. As you can see, it's anchored in the snow pretty darn good. You can't pull that out. You need a shovel to dig it out. That's what the shovel's for. So here's the stake itself. It's a SMC snow stake. Basically, I put extra long, bright colored loop on it so you can find it when you're digging it out. This just goes through the hole here, loops back over itself, forms that. And you just dig a trench in the snow. The snow's not very soft, but you dig a big trench in there all the way down, put your stake in there sideways, and then you stomp it all down. I kind of go around and do them all so they give them a few minutes to harden up, and then once they harden up, they're in there really good anchors. You could just as easily use a stick of wood to do the same thing. But then you double the stakes when sometimes it's got just the right consistency that you can use them as regular stakes too.
Titanium?
No, they're just aluminum.
I tied my all but one tie out to vegetation.
Yeah, there's a lot of it around here to do that. But you get out in areas where you have no vegetation at all, like in a mountain scenario, you got to have something.
I do that dead man method with my 8-inch gutter spikes too, and it works.
The ski mountaineers just use their skis.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you actually
really
have
good.
a whole row of stuff on one ski.
Yeah.
Very good. There, guy, you definitely look the part.
Sash and all.
All right. So, how do you explain this
I have a
tarp?
now. I'll get a picture of you.
Okay, this is a Cook Custom Sewing Tundra tarp, made here in Minnesota. It's growth grained, completely around the perimeter, down.
Oh, and not
center
as
seam
binding, but as tape. Look at that.
with loops about every 20 inches. This one measures 10 feet by 16 feet. adds a little color to this bland snow.
It does do that. Alright, what do you got in there?
Well, last night I got Storm Crow's incubator, and I've also got Storm Crow's 3-season crow nest back here. Last night I had a poncho under cover on it, but this morning when I woke up, frost had collected on the inside of it. So outbound sleeping bag is synthetic. It's good down to 30 below. You just have to wrestle yourself. Okay.
Tom, here we are.
Okay, this is my Jerry 5 hammock that I have 2 spear snug fits. I put Velcro on the outside of the hammock, and the snug fits will nest inside of each other. So there's 2 snug fits on here, which is really overkill. Again, my homemade Jerry 5 hammock, and I've got a 20-degree down sleeping bag and a 0-degree down sleeping bag that I'm using as a quilt. A pair of REI down booties, my down hat, not nearly as nice as a hood. I've seen a couple of those. I think I need to go make myself a hood here. And a pair of cold weather military bottoms that have been resized to just fit snugly. The tarp is a EOS Spintex nylon, and I've got my sled pulled right inside with me here too as a windbreak on the upwind side.
And what is that hanging over the foot end?
The foot end has well, it could be used as a hammock sock, but I wouldn't recommend it. It is a Tyvek sock that you could pull up over the whole kit, but it will condense way too much. So what I use it for is I don't stuff any of this down. I just stuff it back in that sock, throw the whole load in the bottom of the sled, and pile everything on top.
That's a huge bishop bag.
It's a huge bishop bag. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yep.
That's good. So have you ever nested snug fits before?
I never have, but the way those things are designed, with the tape inside and outside, you could keep nesting them on until you compressed all the down. I had the same issue that Kanuski had with the condensation inside the bug net. When I got up this morning, had frost all over in the bug net, so that's not happening again. I'll just leave the bug net tied to the top. Won't need it. There's no bugs.
Not many anyway.
That's great. So why did you buy, you didn't have a spear hammock, why did you buy snug fits with Velcro on them?
Well, I do have a spear hammock.
That's right.
My wife uses all the store-bought stuff, and I have to buy 2 of everything. So luckily I was able to get 2 snug fits. Yep.
Great. Good job. What was that crack? I thought I heard a wife joke there.
You can say it. Go ahead.
It's too cold for you, honey. You can't go all. I'll use your gear up.
Well, she said you're crazy. I'm not going out in the snow.
Convinced her ahead of time.
Yeah, she convinced herself. Okay.
All right. Thank you, Tom.
I gotta open it up to put the underquilt on anyway. So,
Two tarps.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, who do we have here?
Sniping.
Sniping. Okay, he's going to give us a demo of what he's got going on here.
I think I'm gonna leave that one down.
Make them over here if I don't have my camera on.
The sleeping bags are in the
Oh, shoot. I
In the
can't do
tent
it over
still.
here.
Well,
I'm
tell
sorry.
us what you have.
It's just a blackbird with a crow's nest underquilt with a pad for the feet. Hopefully I'm supplementing it with something tonight.
Looks like
Mount
a big bag
Washington
of something here.
Mount Washington 3.
Oh.
So you were cold last night?
When I left the hammock, no. I was just uncomfortable because I was wrapped in 2 sleeping bags with all my clothes and I couldn't get comfortable. So I don't know how I would have actually done had I stayed in there. I did the 2 tarps because The Macat Deluxe just didn't have enough coverage. I don't have doors or anything, so I just used that as the main cover, and threw the second one around, kind of close it in.
It's the Macat Deluxe?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the same that I have over there, but I just staked mine as a diamond and left the corners loose.
Yeah, it's one of his still,
Yeah.
or not still, but spin.
Spins, that's what mine is.
And this is just a generic still tarp I had.
Yep.
So, say again, what's your underquilt?
It's the Phoenix.
Okay.
3-season, 3/4.
Yeah, and you're going to supplement that with.
Mount Washington 3.
You should be toasty then.
You will be toasted.
Yeah, and I got.
You said you had enough insulation, but it was
Easy for us to say, eh?
Yeah, I think I
Wasn't very good.
think I probably would have stayed warm, but I had 2 sleeping bags mummy bags zipped around me with all my clothes. I was like this, and I couldn't get comfortable enough to actually fall asleep.
It's
Now you have
amazing.
more room. Same insulation, more room.
Yeah, if you put that on, I'll just use the 2 sleeping bags as top slope.
Wow, that thing. There's one underquilt in there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this bag
I'm-
is one.
I'm surprised
Oh,
you.
goodness.
You know, it's amazing. I would not have wanted to do what you tried last night. But then here we are saying, oh yeah, just add one Mount Washington 3 and oh, you'll be toasty.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be, what was it, -10 last
-10.
night? And
Yeah,
supposed to get
roughly.
colder tonight?
I don't think so.
It seems like if you add 2 of anything, you'll be toasty.
I had tried it at home, the same setup, and I spent 2 hours and it went in the house because I couldn't get comfortable there either. But I think I was reading, it was down around 10 or 0, and inside with everything, it was about 40 degrees inside